Welcome, Lumineers and fans of the happiest card game on Earth. Spoiler season is officially started as we've started to see some stuff come out for Rise of the Floodborn, the official name for Set 2 of Disney's Lorcana, which is a great name, by the way. It's very evocative. I love it. This is one of two videos today covering all of the news. The first one that's already out, you can come and watch it up here, covers the cards that we've seen, the 13 cards that have been revealed today. That one was actually filmed at about 6 a.m. this morning when the news dropped, so that's why it's all sort of recorded in slightly hushed tones, because my son was still asleep. He's now gone off to school. I've got myself a coffee, so there might be a little bit more energy in this one as we look at all of the other news from today, including the full product lineup. So just to go over it again, Rise of the Floodborn is the official name for Chapter 2 of the game. It's coming to local game stores on November the 17th with a full big box release on December the 1st. Game stores getting a 2-week window, much like they did with the first set. The product lineup is pretty similar to Set 1 with some notable changes. You, of course, are going to be able to pick up yourself booster packs and booster boxes, which is 24 packs in a box. The artwork on the packs this time is the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon, and Beast from Beauty and the Beast. The set will be 200 plus cards, although we don't know exactly how many yet, and we can assume there will be more of a focus on the Floodborn characters, although I don't necessarily mean that will translate into more Floodborns in the set. I imagine probably the focus will be more narratively led. Floodborns are very often very strong cards, and putting too many of them in the set may make it a little bit overpowered. So booster packs are going to be available in single packs, the cardboard blisters that you'd find at big box stores, and obviously boxes of the 24. You're also going to be able to get 8 of them again in the Lumineers Trove, a product that is returning from Set 1. The cover of that, again, showing the 3 characters, Queen of Hearts, Raya, and Beast. There are going to be 2 starter decks in 2 different color combinations than we got in Set 1. There's an Amber Sapphire deck showing the Queen and Gaston, and a Sapphire Steel deck showing Merlin and Tiana. We've seen all 4 of those cards now, so we can get a rough idea of what the decks are trying to do. The Queen is very combat tricky, and Gaston lets you draw a card, which is something that you don't see as much of in Sapphire. Merlin cares about characters being bounced back to your hand, and Tiana is a sticky steel quester who stops your opponent playing actions. Those two don't particularly go well together because Merlin cares about bouncing things back to your hand and Tiana cares about you having an empty hand, so I imagine the starter decks from Set 2 are going to be about as cohesive as the ones in Set 1. Still, they're good foundations and a great way to get started. A selection of accessories comes as well, sleeves and deck boxes and playmats using some of the art we've already mentioned. The biggest change up this time is the gift set, whereas Set 1's gift set was 4 packs and 2 oversized cards, which were fine. This time it's called a Magical Legacy Disney 100 Collector's Edition. And boy oh boy, this is more my sort of thing. Again, you still get 4 booster packs from Rise of the Floodborn, but you also get 6 alt extended art foils of some really awesome cards, 2 of which from Rise of the Floodborn and 4 of which, for the first chapter. All of the art is done by Disney artists and they're all signed. The signature most likely will be a print signature, but even still, these are absolutely gorgeous, exactly the sort of thing I want from a Disney collectible. I'm a little annoyed they made me buy one of their portfolios because they have big slots for big cards, and then on Set 2 they don't give me more big cards to fill those slots. But I will still take something like this over oversized cards every day of the week. These are gorgeous. I have a feeling they're going to be scalped to hell, unfortunately. So if you can get a pre-order in on one of these, I would really recommend it. This is like Disney Collector, TCG Collector, Pretty Disney 100, Shiny Box. These things are going to be insane to get hold of. Interestingly, Ravensburger have listed 6 IPs that didn't feature in Set 1. Maybe these are the only 6 new ones that we're getting, or maybe they're keeping a couple under wraps until later on, but this is a little break from the original releases where we just sort of saw IPs as we saw cards revealed. But they have listed Pinocchio, Zootopia, The Great Mouse Detective, The Jungle Book, and Raya and the Last Dragon. Of which of those so far, Great Mouse Detective and Raya and the Last Dragon are the only ones we've seen cards from. We've seen art from The Jungle Book. You can just make out a Shere Khan on the side of the Trove, but we haven't seen anything yet from Pinocchio or Zootopia. But again, looking at that list, it's the classic sort of spread from the entire history of Disney, you know, way back to Pinocchio, right up to Zootopia. Again, I love that absolute mix of stuff in there, and it's very exciting. So I think that's it for now. Like I say, if you haven't seen all of the cards, or you would like to hear my opinion on the cards, you can check out the other video we've done today. But yes, at the moment, I don't think there's going to be any crazy changes in MSRP. The Disney 100 collector box there seems to be around the same sort of price as the gift set. Again, MSRP seems to be a made-up number at this point. So go out, find a game store you can trust, find a game store that wants your business and doesn't just want your money. Get your pre-orders for this in as soon as you can. Although I will say, as far as this one little game store in Canada is concerned, we have absolutely no idea about how much of this product we're getting, or when we're getting it, or how much it costs. Honestly, we've heard nothing yet officially. But still, reach out to them, let them know you're interested, and get some of this organized and sorted before it gets scalped up like I'm sure it's going to do, unfortunately. Exciting stuff. Very much looking forward to more Set 2 news, but to be honest with you, right now, I'm just loving Set 1. I'm going to go and play some games right now before I start work. I've just put together a sort of low to the ground Amber Steel build that I really want to crush my boss with, who's playing a very offensive Bell Ram deck. Love you all to bits. Until the next one, be good.